Hello fellow simmers, it's Samuel Beeman of BLS here and welcome to my next Train Sim World 5 video. This video is sort of a follow-on from our previous video where we looked at Daniel Wyatt, Rob S's, Spratting Heath and Bescott's BR ScotRail Class 47/7 Locomotive Pack for Train Sim World 5, available from British Locomotive Studios and Train Sim Community. So today is basically a little look and tutorial-ish, if you like, on how to use the 47/7 reskin pack in different timetable modes on different routes. So, as you're probably aware, that these 47s were initially intended for the Carlisle, Preston, Carlisle, West Coast Mainline Shap route and the Just Trains Blackpool branches. It can actually be used on other routes as well. So even though it is initially designed for those particular routes, it can also be layered into other routes into the timetable mode as well, which we're going to be demonstrating basically right now. So after you've installed the mod from BLS or TSC, you'll go into the game, and first things first, the first thing you will do is go to the trains. So we'll head over to the trains and then we'll select a route. So we go choose a route. So what we'll look at first is the West Somerset Railway, because I know that that is quite a popular one for people, and you know that is something that people enjoy. So we'll click on this and then we'll go over to Timetable. And we want to select the West Somerset Railway Diesel Gala 2017 timetable. So as you can see here, we've got all of the available locomotives within the West Somerset Railway's Diesel Gala timetable mode. And you'll notice that the Class 47/4 is now in the list as Class 47/4 BR ScotRail. And the picture is changed to ScotRail 47. Now don't be alarmed at this, because this does not affect any of the other Class 47s that you have in your game. So what we'll do is we'll select this, and you'll see that all of the available Class 47s that you own within Train Sim World will crop up. So you've got the 47/4 in ScotRail, 47/7 in blue, 47/7 in large logo, ScotRail, and then you have your Class 47/4 standard default BR Blue that comes with the Northern Transpennine route. You've got the 47s that come with the Blackpool branches and the West Coast Mainline Shap route as well. And we also have the standard BR Green 47 that comes with the West Somerset Railway. If we head over to Creators Club, you can see that we also have all of our Creators Club custom liveries available for the 47 installed in our game. So yeah, so don't be alarmed with the photo change or name change. All of your 47s are still safe and in game, so it's all good. So what we're going to do in this instance is we're going to select the Class 47/7 in BR Blue, just to be a little bit different to what we did with our previous video, as I showed off the /7 in ScotRail and had a little drive of that. So we're going to select the 47/7 in BR Blue. And on this we're going to change our dynamic weather to just custom, because to be honest dynamic weather is a bit annoying sometimes, because it can just randomly start snowing out of nowhere, and that kind of stuff does kind of irritate me, especially if you're basing your, well, timetable in the summer months or something. So it can be a little bit strange, and you can have really strange climate things going on. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a quick one with this. We're just going to operate an empty stock move at Bishop's Lydiard with the 47. It's about 10 minutes. So what we'll do is we'll load that up and I'll get you all sorted. So I'll see you guys in a minute. So here we are, empty stock move at Bishop's Lydiard. So first things first, we want to couple to formation. So We're on our right hand side. We want to change ends, so here we are. This is 47704. As you can see, it is now in timetable mode in the West Somerset Railway. So this is doomed in. Okay, we've got braking. Put ourselves into forward. Quick 2 on the horn. Headlights on. Now, something we do have to be wary of is coming up to this point here. So what I have noticed is that usually it's set against us. As you can see, it is actually set against us. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop here. And we're going to want to get out the train and basically set the point so it's the correct way. Go. Oh, it does look nice, doesn't it? So following on from the previous video of these 47/7s, if you want to see a general overview of the pack and what is included, please see the previous video, which I have linked in the description. Basically, it's a little overview of what we get with the pack, what variants of loco we get, etc. There we are. So we're now coupled to this formation. Now we'll shut down this cab, so neutral, shut down, off, turn the marker and headlight switch off, master key out, isolate AWS. Okay, and now our cab is shut down, we can move over to the other end. Right, and now we'll bring the set into Bishop's Lydiard. Okay guys, so sorry I didn't actually do the entirety of that service there. I made a mistake, I didn't change the points back the manual points from where we was at the start, so do you know what? I just couldn't be asked to mess about with that. So yeah, bit annoying, but hey ho, is what it is. So the next thing that we're going to be looking at is the 47s on the Cathcart Circle line. So as you can see as well, the 47/4 BR ScotRail is also available on the Cathcart Circle line. So this is the basically the home ground of the 47s, realistically, because obviously Scotland, 47s, they worked in Scotland, hence the name ScotRail. They did push-pull services out of Glasgow. So in this instance, I think that what I would like to personally do is operate 47/461 Charles Rennie Mackintosh, just to be a little bit different. So this isn't a 47/7, this is a 47/4. It's one of the recent additions to the pack, and yeah, we'll take that out for a spin. So we're going to go from 1 Zulu 96 Glasgow Central to Neilston, and we'll drive on that for a little bit. So yes, the 47s basically they can be used on any route that utilises the Blackpool branches, Carlisle, Preston. Well, the Preston Carlisle 47s, because obviously the pack requires the Preston Carlisle route and no longer the Blackpool branches. So these can be used basically on any route that the Preston Carlisle 47s can be used on. Here we are at Glasgow. Want to unlock our doors. Start the cab while we're here. Just do a quick brake test to make sure we're all good. Yeah, we're on air, so I'll double check that. Yeah, air brake, okay. Let's have a look outside quickly. Okay, yeah, so here she is, Charles Rennie Mackintosh, 47/461. So, the interesting thing about this particular 47, and I've looked at it online, is it did actually have a flush nose on one of the ends. Now, I'm not going to give anything away, but all I can say is Dan is working on it. So just stay tuned, bear that in mind, he is working on it. That's all I'm going to say. So there is going to be more updates to this pack in the future, that's for sure. Anyway, our departure time is 14:02, so we should probably get back inside our loco because we are pretty much soon ready to depart. So right, we'll lock our doors. Actually, I wonder what we got on the rear. Ah, we've got a Great Western green 47 on the rear. I mean, it hasn't got a headlight, which is a bit annoying, but yeah, Isambard Kingdom Brunel. Nice. Quite a nice formation there. Anyway, let's put ourselves forward and release the loco brake. Well, toot the horn first. Power on, then release the loco brake. One thing I have noticed with the 47s as of late is the sounds. So they put some really nice flange squeal sounds on these, and I noticed that this is like quite a recent thing, because they never used to have this very nice flange squeal sound. So that is quite a nice addition to the 47s sound wise in game. I do feel that the sounds have had an overall improvement since the release of the Preston Carlisle route. I definitely have seen a change within the sounds, and I personally think that they sound a lot better now. We still have a recycled full thrash sound from a peak. You can tell that it is directly recycled from the full thrash of the 45 in Northern Transpennine. But obviously the lower notches are 47 sounds, you just got the full notches, the 45. I mean, it's not too much of an issue, because I mean they sound very similar. They're both Salter Type 4s at the end of the day, but obviously it would have been nice to have separate sounds completely for the 47s within Train Sim World. The Cathcart Circle line is a relatively old route now, to be fair. I'm not sure whether it's had an update in recent times. By the looks of the track here, still looks fairly original. I could be wrong though. There was rumoured to be an update on this, like scenery wise. So whether that's been implemented or not yet, I do not know. Obviously let me know in the comments if it has been. I'm not really a regular on this route, I haven't really driven it that often, so... So I believe these 47s sort of layer into the other Scottish route, which was done by Rivet Games as well. So if you want to drive them in other regions of Scotland, then you've also got that opportunity. So they should also work with the 5 circle route. Yeah, as you can see, I still do occasionally have the micro stutter issue, or the stuttering issue, which, looking at one of Dovetail Games' recent videos, I believe this has been reported, and I'm speeding slightly, hang on. So looking at one of their recent videos, I believe someone did actually comment, is there any plans on removing the micro stutter, and DTG haven't put that as a priority at the minute, because apparently they've got other things on at the moment that have more priority. But personally, I would see this as quite a priority, because obviously at the end of the day, if it was removed, it will improve the overall game experience. It will run smoother and people will enjoy it more. So I would see that as quite a priority, if I'm perfectly honest, because it does annoy me a lot. Bear in mind, I'm running this game on an SSD, and I'm getting like stutters like this. God knows what it's like on someone who's running this game on a HDD, or hard disk drive, you know? It's not perfect. I would say TSW5 does not run as well as TSW4 did. That's just my personal opinion, because I never used to get this kind of issue with it. See, again, just there, a nice big micro stutter there. It's almost like tile lag, so it's the same sort of issue that we have with TS Classic, but we shouldn't be getting it with TSW. It just shouldn't be happening. So I just realised we are coming up to a 20-mile-an-hour limit. I do apologise, guys, that I am speeding on occasions. I really have not route learned this route at all. I don't, as I say, I haven't really used it. It's not one that's on the top of my list to use. So we'll have a little look outside while we're on the straight. Does look nice. So the livery itself is superb. So the reskin, the base reskin, was created by Rob S, and it was perfected by the other people involved with the pack. So technically speaking, this is not an official BLS product, even though a British Locomotive Studios staff member was involved with it. Dan requested that we place this add-on in a third-party section on the British Locomotive Studios website, and not as part as Daniel Wyatt's content in the TSW content area. This is due mainly because of the other people involved with it, and it wasn't just necessarily Dan who did all of this pack. As stated towards the beginning of the video, if you want to see more information about this pack itself, then please see my previous video doing an overview of the BR Class 47-7 locomotive pack for TSW. It'll go through all of the variants of 47 that comes with the pack, as well as the coaching stock that comes with it as well. And also I talk about everyone who's been involved with it, what they've done towards the pack, and what the inspirations were to create it. So the pack is a PC mod, so anyone who might be watching this who is a games console user, you will not be able to use these 47s on games consoles. So that includes the Xbox and the PlayStation. This is a PC mod only, and that is the plus points and the pros to having Train Sim World on PC, that you can get mods such as these new Class 47s and other bits and pieces from Train Sim community, such as sound mods and other bits and pieces. So what I will do is I'll link the download links to this pack in the description of the video, so if you guys are interested in getting hold of it, then both links will be in the description. I highly recommend it. So it's available via the British Locomotive Studios website and the Train Sim community website. You can get hold of it from either or. And yeah, generally it is a very nice bit of kit. It is, you know, we've finally got the Class 47-7 subclass in Train Sim World. It is a new variant, a different variant of 47 that we now have in game. So I'd say it's worth getting, especially if you like your 47s. Now all we really need for Train Sim World 5 is a 1980s Scottish route, utilising the push-pull operations with 47s, Class 27s, etc. Now that would be a very, very good add-on. Really could use with Salsa Type 2, and that would be fantastic. Okay, 55 limit. So we're now 2 miles from Neilston. We'll be calling at Neilston at 14:21, so hopefully we'll be on time. So next signal ahead will be at yellow, so we need to keep that in mind. So I'll put her in the off position. There is a considerable lack of AI on this, I must admit. I've only seen one AI train pass us on our run. I suppose that could be to do with the time, because obviously it's around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's probably not like a busy rush hour period, but would have liked to have seen more. Would have made the run a little bit more interesting. And there we have it, guys. I do apologise that my driving has not been the best today. Unfortunately, I just simply do not know the route very well, so therefore my route knowledge on this is pretty rusty. But there we have it. There we are then, guys. So that is showing you how to get the 47/7 locomotive pack for Train Sim World 5 PC mod to work into timetable mode or various other routes. Sort of gives you a general idea of what it can be used on and how it can be used, etc. So once again, guys, if you're interested in getting hold of this pack, I'll link the description. I'll link the links in the description of the video, so you can go and have a look and go and grab them. So they're available from British Locomotive Studios and Train Sim Community. So thank you for watching, guys. It's been Samuel Beeman of BLS. This has been yet another Train Sim World 5 video. I'm hoping for my next video to take a look at the tap changer on the Preston Carlisle route, namely the Class 87. It'll be interesting for me to learn and see how that operates. So yeah, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. This has been Samuel Beeman of BLS. I'll see you in another video. Goodbye for now.